what would be, well, is it fair to call it a shock? It might be a surprise. AJ McGinty gets us underway. We're off and running in the final game of round one. Both sides looking to settle in, for Leinster in particular. And the Bears try to go about their business. Jack Conan is going to be penalised. It's an advantage to the Bears. And they're building a little bit of momentum here. Van der Fleer has hands on it. Packer just couldn't hold on. I think it's going to be a yellow card here.
Before the momentum, number two.
Number two, Ronan Kelleher.
No, because
one penalty too many for
the momentum is after the
Bruze.
And it'd be interesting to see what Bristol do now, because they scored an absolutely sublime penalty move against Harlequins last week, where a Harlequins player didn't even touch one of the Bristol players. So it'd be interesting to see what their decision making here is. And it looks like they're going to do a similar thing.
15 against 14. Can the Bears find a little bit of space that might be out there? No, they can't. And Leinster
use it.
Will clear their lines through the boot of Kieran Frawley.
Advantage over.
It doesn't find touch. Ibatoy will have a little look and ask a question of the Leinster defence. Frawley makes the tackle, and almost away, and then Harding. The gap was there. He just stumbled at the very wrong moment.
And then look at the leg of the player.
Okay. What I'm seeing on the screen is looking at the player catching the ball.
We have another angle here. We see what he knows what he does.
It's an intentional act.
Yes.
It's a clear trip. Vincent, Julien, I agree with the fact.
We have a line break.
Yeah, for me it will be a yellow card. But I've got a player, covering player number 9.
Number 9 is covering,
so
exactly.
Just yellow card against 6. Correct?
Agree.
Got a decision.
It's on the 22s.
Yeah.
Well, Stade Francais found themselves down to 13 players with 2 red cards yesterday.
6.
Leinster find themselves down to 13
looking at him
with 2 yellow cards.
It's intentional act.
And they can have
absolutely
no argument on that one.
I don't think so. I think he knows what he's doing as a defender. You do everything you can to get the player down, and you hope the ref may miss a little thing here and there. But look, this is real opportunity for Bristol to capitalise, because Leinster, they look like they've got them on the ropes, but they've got to convert now.
Yeah, it's a great little break, great little line break, little snipe from Harry Randall to create the space. But yeah, Matt Stegan, definitely the momentum of his legs swinging around, but yeah, fully knew what he was doing there, and massive pressure now. Bristol have to be ruthless here. I think this is the 4th opportunity. They have to come away with something here.
Half an hour deep into this game, Leinster with Deegan and Kelleher in the sin bin. Mata and the 15 men of the Bears are that close to the first points of this final game of round one. And they have the opening points. And it looks like it's Lahip that's got over. We'll confirm that in a moment, because it's all kicked off behind the Leinster try line.
Cracking line up. Look at this, thrown to the tail. Peel on the back. Bill Mata, that's exactly what he's been signed for, to carry hard, carry strong. Good pick and go here. Look at the pre-latch driving over, getting him over the line. That's great work. Ruthless play, and Max Lahip pumping the legs. He'll be absolutely delighted with that. They needed that to come. Leinster down to 13 men. That's great play from Bristol. Look what it means to Max Lahip.
Take on the kicking duty. Looks straightforward. It isn't that, but it is a good 2 additional points. The 13 men of Leinster have woken from their slumber. Prendergast, little kick over the top. That one might bounce up, and it does bounce up! Jordan Larmour! Well, would you believe it?
It can really galvanise the side, and that's exactly Leinster. Bristol, first and foremost, let themselves down with a restart. We talk about that being the 3rd set piece now and how important that is. But Leinster kept the ball when they got possession. They kept on getting over the gain line. And look, there's a brilliant bounce there, or a lucky bounce, but you make your own luck in this game.
Yeah, talk about rolling the sleeves up. Down to 13 men. Josh van der Fleer, what a carry that was. Winning the collision, winning the gain line, those yards after contact, pumping the legs. I think Joe McCarthy in there with the offload out the tackle.
And took a hit for his troubles. And there's a little bit of afters over there. Van der Fleer involved as well. It'll find its way into touch over here. Ellis Genge was involved. sort of fizzles out.
Set!
The pressure's coming on both sides early.
Both.
Now someone's going to get a yellow card.
Stepping back, both.
One from each side.
Set!
Under normal circumstances, you'd say this was the perfect platform. And it is now a platform as the scrum is completed and Prendergast goes through the gap. Prendergast, a moment of class, a real moment of class, all coming from a steady scrum. And then Leinster just found a gap and Prendergast, through he goes, and Leinster have their second try.
Finally we see one. But look, everyone an option here, people running hard. Geordie Barrett, the experience, draws in 2 or 3 defenders, give a beautiful little pass. A little dummy, I think, to Gary Ringrose. But yeah, no one gets a hand on him. And look at that from Geordie Barrett, all the experience, holding the ball, taking it right to the line, giving the pass at the last split second.
Opportunity there, Leinster feel, to widen this gap on the scoreboard. They're in prime property. Can they find the finish? Guess who? Guess who announces himself to the Leinster faithful?
You know, that choke tackle, holding up the defender. It's just his skill set, you know, running back against the grain, the little dummy, makes it look easy, but it really isn't easy. And it comes off some great continuity, some great play from Leinster, keeping the ball, running hard, running direct. Look, the little pop ball back inside to Jordan Lama, in at the breakdown. Jameson Gibson Park, nice little snipe, nice little break. We've seen Harry Randall doing it all game. Jameson Gibson Park's turn, but really great work. This is the Leinster we know.
And Porter and Conan.
Happy.
Prendergast pulled back by Caelan Doris and to the other pair of orange boots. Barrett's and the final pair of orange boots. Gary Ringrose put to ground by Ibitoy. Leinster are really warming to it. Oh my! Snyman at pace. Prendergast on his shoulder. That is an absolute belter. They showed very little for a very long period, but that one was right out of the top drawer playbook.
Worst nightmare, that breakaway there. But look, their ability to keep the ball alive and get it out of contact, and then his 40-50 metre run, and then the timing of the pass is perfect, really. And Prendergast has got the speed just to get there in the end. And look, Leinster all of a sudden have not played together, well, for a Leinster shirt in particular, look very much in control now.
I mean, it really is a sight, Mike.
Yeah, something's clicked, someone's pressed the button, but yeah, Geordie Barrett there with the pass before the R.G. Snyman break. Massive long pass out to the width. R.G. Snyman, the attack has been absolutely firing, but I think it's just the Leinster defence. We keep going on about it with the line speed.
Access good.
Well, the game has restarted as Leinster were making a change, but Van der Fleer is not going to hang around. Josh Van der Fleer is over the line, but he's held up somebody, and that somebody I think is Harding, got in underneath them. But we're going to have a check.
On-field decision, no try. When I arrived, ball was held up. Just
it felt on first viewing that he did ground the ball.
Because he run back with the thumbs up. He'd be the first man to stick his hand up and say it wasn't a try if it wasn't.
This angle will maybe help us. No, it won't.
Now,
okay, stop now.
I clearly see the ball grounded. So I can overturn your on-field decision. You can award a try.
Happy, I've got a decision to have. I will award the try. Okay, try.
Try awarded. The evidence was compelling enough for Pierre Prouset to change his on-field decision.
Give them an opportunity to stretch Leinster now.
Ball's still in play, which is always dangerous when this fella gets a hold of it. And indeed this fella. Mata eventually goes to ground. Marmion. And, oh great.
Tackle now!
Tackle in midfield. James Ryan is there. Marmion, Rensburg, Ibitoy, out wide is Jack Bates. Steps back inside, no other option. Marmion looks to work that narrow side, and it may well work out. Guess who it is? He pops up on the other wing. Gabby Imatoy in, big smile on the face. He's worked hard for that. Nicely created, nicely finished, and the Bears, having humped and pumped, eventually get a moment of creativity. Top of just about any attacking chart you look at in the Gallagher Premiership, whether it's metres made or tries scored or clean line breaks, attacking offloads. He's frankly a defensive menace. And that one, that one hasn't found touch. It's gone out of the full. And that, eventually, is that 5-try Leinster with Larmour and Barrett and Van der Fleer and 2 from Prendergast. And he added all the conversions